Continue, gentlemen.
Slade, there are some more trumps in the embassy storage.
Okay.
Feel free to take whatever you want. Just check the list.
Okay.
And delete it if you take something else.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, be sure to please keep a very sharp eye and delete what you take out, so otherwise it duplicates.
No
now,
problem.
before we go, take a look at the clock. Do we want to do that first, or do we want to? We can go to Shermer and set up some accounts and contacts and things like that, because we got some prep work I think we got to do in that
zone. Do we have the money to do that?
Yeah, we got some gold that we can convert there.
Well, okay, hold on. Question is, do we want to set up more? Do we want to print some more money or just use the gold?
Well, I mean, we've got a decent amount of gold for now, but we've got to figure out something. But I think before we move forward on anything, we should at least set up, some different IDs and accounts and things like that in different zones.
Quick point of order. Has Wrestling seen Shermer money?
I show you the money.
Oh, all right. That answers that. Okay, it's kind of a good news, bad news thing with Shermer money. Mm-hmm. The good news is that Shermer is a much larger thing. It'd be assuming that you're like always changing IDs, moving around. Plus, if you think about it, catching somebody who comes in for a couple of days for a few months and then buggers off for a while and then comes back and doesn't exist in your space-time universe, catching that person for counterfeiting is a lot harder than they have to live here all the time in this universe, right? Mm-hmm. So, plus, as you know, it's a huge market, right? That's the pluses. So you could literally go there and go, we're multi-millionaires, bitches. The downside is that money is a lot harder to forge. It has a lot more protections and stuff like that. So while it's still possible, but it has things like micro printing, special fibers, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, right now we're not in any position to start doing printing. So here's what I want to do there. We're going to go collect different denominations of their currency. Mm-hmm. We're going to go establish a couple contacts. We need an attorney, maybe two, to set up some bank accounts. We need places to store things in each of the locations we're going to be going to. We need to set up a way to distribute things around and have contacts to go to. So let's say we print a bunch of money. Who are we going to give it to? Let's get a buyer lined up. Let's get our accounts and contacts set up. And then
you mean selling it? Or you're talking about selling it like streetwise on the underworld, like 25 cents on the dollar?
The smartest thing for us to do is to find a shady attorney or any kind of black market person and just take it to them. Take it to a mob boss.
Yeah, you normally get
they will buy the currency. Say again?
Yeah, still.
You normally get something like 25 cents on the dollar for counterfeit if they want it, but
here's the problem though. It's easy to print the money.
Yep.
Now it's harder to make it believable, but it's even the real part people get caught is when they go to place the money, getting it into a system. Most people will take it to a bank, they get caught right away, or they try to launder it through a small business they own, they get caught right away because it's counterfeit money. So you need a buyer to take that money, somebody with a mob connection. He's already got the distribution system. He's going to have his people taking it to casinos all over the country. What we need is a buyer for illegal goods. They will give us real money, which we will then place into an account that can't be traced. And then we will use that to purchase things like gold, which is universal. But most important, no matter what we decide to do, what kind of money we print, we need accounts and contacts. We need to get all that set up first. Let's not end up with a storage unit or a pallet full of cash that we don't know what to do with.
Yeah.
That's good. Do you have, are you climatized to there?
No.
Keep in mind, That's probably before meeting any illegal contacts, your first step, because whether it's through a card or spending time adventuring there or something like that. Also,
I've been there a couple times.
Right, you've probably got a couple weeks worth. Each adventure figure a week, so 2 more adventures there. If I've even got that much prepared, not a lot's going on there, honestly. But also, each city is a different place to get climatized to. You can know a lot about Chicago underworld and nothing about Los Angeles underworld, for example.
All right, let's go spend a couple weeks in Shermer, Illinois.
Yeah. Now, when you say Shermer, Illinois, you're talking about the zone, but also figuring out which city, because Shermer is a fairly small town.
Yeah.
Right, and it's a suburb of Chicago.
Yeah. Well, we call the zone Shermer, but it's
right.
Want to go?
Earth.
You want to go on a field trip? Let's see where it takes us.
Yeah, I don't mind. I have a few $100 that'll cover travel expenses. So.
Well, essentially, you'd be needing the amount of money you're going to need to go there. You're going to need money you're going to probably want. I would suggest staying in at least Chicago, like proper Chicago, rather than the suburbs.
Yeah.
And so you're going to need hotel stuff and all that. You're going to need some spreading around money, traveling money, and stuff like that. Because you're going to go out and you're going to be hanging out at bars, basically attempting to make underworld contacts.
Let's do one thing at a time. Let's go there. We got enough money to get a car and drive downtown, right? Let's start with that. Let's go see if downtown Chicago exists.
It shows a huge crater. Well, fuck me.
And you bring your cash. I'm going to bring some gold. We can always convert gold for cash. We need to hotel rooms and shit like that.
Cash, gold.
I know a jeweler. Fuck those fucking pawn shop rip-offs.
So, all right. We grab Jack. We grab some gold. We grab some.
What are you carrying your gold in, by the way?
Let's see. I'll tell you what I've got on me. I've got at least a backpack. I've got a little pouch, I'm sure, for coins.
They're wanting to take a field trip to Chicago, Swade.
Awesome.
First thing, let's see exactly how big it is. If it's just Sherman, Illinois, or if we can see if we can go downtown Chicago.
You want to go shadow walking? See where we end up.
Sure. What's the worst that could happen?
Well, I can do it pretty safely.
It might end up in like North Korea or something.
All right. Do you already have an ID or anything like that for Sherman?
Who? Me?
No. I didn't. Hold on. Let me check.
You don't? After all this time? Really?
This will be the process. We'll go there for at least
I
a
don't.
day. Let's see if downtown exists. If we think downtown exists and we think it's a functional society, we'll spend a couple of weeks making contacts. We'll meet a bunch of attorneys and things like that, kind of people that'll be helpful.
Now, I'm also making a very broad assumption that you guys have a lot of streetwise skill.
Yeah, Mike.
You can assume whatever you want. Sure.
Okay, great.
I'm decent at it.
Okay, cool.
Well, it's like when we went to Cyberpunk HK, you had me rolling streetwise to find certain people.
Yep. No problem. So you guys take the Trump Express over to Shermer, the town, which is a suburb of Chicago. How would you like to get from the suburb of Chicago to Chicago?
Probably just at the subway or something, right?
Well, do you have
a subway there?
Did you say you had IDs for here?
No, I don't.
No,
Oh, Swade.
Okay, so does Swade have an ID for here?
I've never been here in my life.
Really? Oh, so is this your first time in Shermer Zone?
No, I was here in somebody else's body.
Okay, then you already got your tarot card for it. Cool. So, unfortunately, in order to ride, I believe Greyhound, even you need a fucking ID because they like that. But you can probably, because taxi is outrageous.
Where are we right now?
Shermer, Illinois, small town, suburbs.
Where exactly?
In a little park.
We're in a little park?
Yeah.
All right. Look for a diner or a bar?
One of each.
There's a really good Asian restaurant right down the street.
Right.
All right. Go into the diner.
Okay.
Ask the gal behind the counter to call me a cab.
Sure. Where are you going? She says.
We're going to see the city.
That's a lot of cab rides, she says.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is that a bus fare?
America really doesn't do buses well in Illinois.
Wait a minute. Are you saying we're in a small town, or
You're like you're north of Des Plaines. There you go. I know you know where Des Plaines is.
Yeah. So I mean, this is the suburb of Chicago.
Yeah.
Shermer used to be Northbrook.
Yeah, it was Northbrook. Yeah,
Right.
It was
And
Northbrook.
so I'm thinking
a couple hours by cab ride is my guess.
cabs are all over the place. They take people to the airport all the time.
Yep.
So we can have a cab show up and take
Brad,
a
if you want.
just call a limo. Just get a limo to take you to
If you
O'Hare.
want, just buy a junk car, like $400 or $500.
call a cab to pick us up.
Freddie's never driven on the what is that? That's was it 355?
Listen, after my last adventure, I can drive anything. Alright?
All right. So how many hundreds of dollars did you say you have on you right now?
I have 700 and a bit.
$700 here. You mind if I take a look at that?
Yeah, hand it to you.
Let me see here. $700.
This being a diner, Logan, what year is there newspapers here?
Yeah, it's
What year is it?
It's the year 2000. Oh my God, they won't tell me how much money it costs for a fucking. How much is it in today's money? Because then I can tell you how much it would cost.
$50 to get us downtown or to the airport, like a one-way trip.
In today's money?
Yeah.
It used to be like 40 or 50 bucks. It was like a flat rate to O'Hare.
Okay.
All cabs had like a flat rate, and I think like 40 or 50 bucks back then.
We'll just go with $40.
It's probably not much more than that.
Yeah, we'll just go with $40. Great. You guys pay your $40. Freddie's babbling about buying we can buy our own limo, and you guys stuff them in the cab. Have the guy take you out downtown.
Okay. We'll get out downtown. Let's go have a bite to eat, have a coffee. We'll have a Captain Cook. It's a nice place for people watching right over here. So we're down like on Michigan Avenue. We'll go grab a coffee.
No problem. You guys are hanging out, and it looks like just FYI, most of the hotels here are around $100 a night. You can get that's for all three of you. They have to push in like the extra bed, so there's 2 adult beds and then the kids' bed that you can stick Freddie on because you don't love him anymore. And
all right, spend $20 on coffees and donuts and stuff like that.
Yeah. So yeah, you're gonna need. I'm just trying to figure out for the entire 2 weeks the general cost.
Do you know where you want to hang out, Rad? We should have gone to Arlington Heights. What we should have done was go to all the off-track betting, like around Arlington. If you want to meet your types, that's what you're looking for.
No, right now, all I want to establish is, does downtown Chicago exist?
It seems to.
All right, we're walking around Michigan Avenue. Let's.
Pretty much, we Joshua, myself, and I forgot who else was with us, but we went all the way to Los Angeles, and that exists.
Oh, okay, that's good.
At least that was before this Shermer changed a little.
All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to get that hotel room. We're going to spend a nice couple of weeks being tourists and making contacts. We'll take in the museums and the nightlife and all that good stuff. We'll have a grand old time.
Figure
right across from the Art Institute here.
Figure $2,500 for transport, taking in the sites, buying people drinks, all that shit. $2,500.
So then at some point while we're here, we are going to hit up a cash for gold. So what would the conversion rate be?
All right.
Or a jeweler. Yeah.
These were big back then. These were the people who knew that the gold was going to go up in value before.
Yeah, I figure Wrestling's going to be doing some negotiating here. Where the fuck is my money thing? Why isn't it there? Uh-oh.
Anybody want an opponent fails or a memory card for you guys trying to remember things?
God, I'd like one right now. Oh, there it is. Good.
I'll take the memory. I'll take the memory.
Good, you got it.
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I got supporter rerolls, retrieves, opponent fails, which is always good in Chicago.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get rid of a D6 damage.
Freddie, they're taking you to places at night that make you nervous.
No, Wade's with me. I'm not nervous at all.
We take them to Blue Man Group.
Say, Swede, save me. And right, Wrestling, how many gold pieces would you like to go for on the exchange here?
Okay, so I brought 300 of Beastkin gold.
Holy shit, that's a lot of kilos of gold you're lugging around.
They weigh 25 grams each.
Yeah, so every 100 is 25 kilos each. So you brought essentially more gold than I think you can carry.
25, no. 1,000 grams is a kilo.
Oh.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Somebody do math.
I'll do it. Right.
Yay. Because I've got it figured out somewhere, but.
Okay, it's 6.25 kilos.
Oh, okay.
Not that much.
Yeah, no problem. Reinforced backpack. So, how many gold?
Yeah, and if it was too much, I'd ask Freddie for the bag of holding he let me use before.
How much? Yeah, you don't know if it'd work here or not, but how much would you like to exchange?
So what is the conversion for kilos or ounces?
It varies. There's some wiggle room. Basically, you're thinking that you're checking out reputable places and stuff. Depending on your bargain roll, it should be between $170 to $250 per coin.
Right. Really trying to find that guy. I think maybe I can have an advantage on him.
Give me a streetwise roll to find the right guy to give yourself some.
I've been there before. Let me see if I can help you with that.
Everybody can roll to assist if they'd like.
I'm acclimatized to.
And back then, don't forget, there was a lot of independent coin dealers and things like that. You didn't even have to go to cash for gold and get raped.
Right. Okay, he's plus 5.
Oh, streetwise. All right, let's take a look here.
So he doesn't know where he is.
So I get up.
We're deep in the matrix, he says.
Plus 5.
And the big question before you roll is, how many gold coins are you putting up? Because of the way we do bargain.
All right, about half.
You found a guy that you're pretty convinced will give you're going to be making between 200 and 250 as your posts. So how many gold coins do you want to put up for this experiment?
Let's do 125 of the coins.
1, 2, 5. Okay, it'll be a final deal. You know you're going to get the minimum, unless you fucking fumble, will be 200. Okay.
Gotcha.
So go ahead and just give me your bargain roll. This is the big roll.
Let me try and support you, because
sure,
gold is important.
And I'm also playing a bargain plus 20.
Fuck
Jesus. Freddie gives you a -10 because he's just like that. So
why do I do that?
He eats half of your fucking card, insisting that it's important. He's like, it's important. We should give him a break because it's all fake. Hold on.
The only problem about rolling at the low skills is it's easy to fumble.
I know.
All right. Sure. Let me get Freddie out of there. I take Freddie and I just
Yeah.
Freddie, why don't you re-roll that, Freddie?
Oh, he's giving him a re-roll. Okay. He gives him a re-roll as he drags him away. All right. It's only a fail. Swade just picks up Freddie and moves him out of the shop. Freddie's like, Swade's got his hand over his mouth. All right, so he got rid of the negative Freddie would have given you. And so go ahead and give me your bargain roll.
Let me bring my character back here. All right, so I get my plus 20.
Once again, Swade carrying the other PCs around, struggling and trying to say stuff.
All right.
All right, so let's see. We'll go with
plus 20, you said. That would be...
All right, so
that would be out of quarter. That's out of quarter.
I forgot his plus 20 card.
Yeah, I put 20 in the modifier.
Yeah, I need to put out of it and then do it.
So
I might have,
how many gold coins worth?
Yeah, so it might have been no, it wasn't by a quarter. But anyway.
No, it was. Isn't it?
No, because that would have given me like a
88 minus 60.
Or 83 because it already applied 5.
How many gold coins?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
20?
125, and then I got it by half.
Yeah,
got it. And I'll just type in the amount. It's easier than going, what? Dollars.
Okay.
28,000. Nice.
Now, for some reason, the money here doesn't have George Washington on it. It has all the money, for unknown reasons, has Is that right? Yeah, Howard Dutch director. No, wait, who is the John Hughes. It's all John Hughes on the money.
Yeah, of course it is.
Mm-hmm.
Because Shermer.
Yeah.
All right, so got that much. Let's see.
But instead of his regular hair, he has like the old timey wig on and shit. Because but glasses for some reason.
All right, so what I'm going to do is, while we're here, I'll also break a couple of the $100 bills. I'm going to get varieties of the other bills.
Enjoy.
And I'll have that set aside. And you can do a little... See, downtown Chicago is a great place, so we can do our skill whoring for our painting and sketching and things like that.
Rad, there's a couple other things we should take care of here.
Well, keep in mind, even 30 grand. I mean, it goes a lot further than it does today, but it can still run out really quickly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but we got a little bit of working capital.
Oh, you definitely got working capital.
Around town, maybe make friends with a couple attorneys, that sort of thing.
Throwing this out there too, Rad, don't we want to pick up, I think this is in the day of we're in Chicago, and I know it pretty well. So why don't we get a couple of tailored suits, because the suits we could get here are timeless. We could spend a decent coin and get a decent suit and a tailor, because that was common. Pretty much every mall had one at that time.
Right.
You wouldn't want to go to a mall for getting a nice tailored suit.
No. I was being silly. I was picturing us coming out in the prom tuxes. It was my own image. Yeah. It was my own image. That's all. But no, we get a couple tailored suits. Why don't you go out there, get me nice holster, silenced pistol, so I get it all tailored. If you want me to look that roll that we talked about, you got to get me to look that roll.
We have probably be easy to do that in Cyberpunk.
Well, yeah, but it would also be a lot more expensive. Here, you can.
This is like stuff we can do while we're acclimatizing.
Yes,
we can go to a gun show.
Oh yeah, you can. Here you can get bespoke suit. If you want the completely average price for this time period, It'll be around $3,000 each.
Holy.
And if
So
you're
that's
one,
totally like high-end executive level bespoke.
no, that's a typical bespoke suit. That's a very average bespoke suit. You can theoretically spend over 10 grand getting a handmade 3-piece suit made from high-end specialty fabric. So, but I figured you wouldn't want to go quite that much. But on the other hand, if you're wanting to spend, say, 3 grand each,
We can get nice looking fitted clothing for pretty.
You can get amazing looking for 3 grand. You can get amazing looking fitted clothing that, but I was going to say, if you want to spend that and an extra 2 grand on top of it, then you can make a small splash, and you'd be essentially rolling into clubs that the high-end attorneys are in, buying drinks for people, and then I would start wanting some like fast talk rolls for being charming, funny but not too funny, etc. And
okay, so that's the level that'll make an impression on people.
You look like you belong at the kind of, if you're not a member, then if you do well on your roles, then they would be like, why isn't he a member? He's obviously our kind of people. But I mean, that's for going to a club like once or twice. If you keep showing up in the same suit, then it's like he's a poseur.
But I'm also thinking it might be good for making first impressions with different people we're trying to make contacts with while we're here acclimatizing.
Right. Now, if you wanted another possible way you could go, everybody give me spy lore rolls. Okay. And I will give you another possible way you could go.
Okay, by a quarter.
You've got some ideas. Freddie looks nervous. And that's his default setting.
I look normal.
Freddie, we're just talking about clothes here, nothing to worry about.
Now, if you wanted to go another way, Suede has intimidation good, yeah? He's a scary dude?
Yep.
Yeah? Cool. You could go this other way instead, because Freddie, he's too nervous and skittery to ever pretend to be a bodyguard. He can be occasionally scary, but it's more like, and now I run. So he could become your consigliere. You dress him like $1,000 suit. You dress Suede in like $1,000 suit. You get 3 or 4 different expensive suits, and now you're the man. He's your bodyguard. He's your consigliere, and then boom, you can spend a couple grand on top of that. Then you're rolling at that point. You're going to with that extra couple grand, that's also like renting limos, which you'd rather have your own that says like man toy on the license plate and shit. But at this level, you're rolling in the
driver and all that too.
Yeah. With renting a limo, they don't want you to drive it away because you might not come back in Chicago. I'm a lawyer, man. I'm gonna go take this and get it set up, man.
I see what you're getting at. Okay.
Yeah, so that's another possible way, because then
I think that's actually the idea Ralph was referring to.
Oh.
Yeah, we talked a little bit, and just going one more step here, Raslin. Why don't you just, like I said, why don't we just stop by, hit one of those gun shows that were nice and common before all the crazy liberals got all nutsy, drop a few hundred.
If they even have a 9/11 here.
No, yeah.
Clearly not Earth.
And Suede actually knows for a fact suppressed pistols are all over the place here. So grab me one of those, grab me a holster. I believe in you, Raslin, because I got to look the part if you want me to look the part. And that way the suit is cut not quite right enough, so the people who look for it can see it.
Give me. Wait. With your spy roll at a quarter, he shouldn't have although you can get him a suppressed pistol for happy fun time, but as a bodyguard, no, he wants something that makes noise, so that way the authorities get alerted if you get damaged and etc. Most bodyguards don't carry
the option.
pistols.
I want one of each.
One of each is fine.
All right, so we'll work on doing that. We'll get some inside waistband holsters and shoulder holsters.
Shoulder.
We'll get a couple options and.
No problem. Ralph, you know prices of pistols?
Even now, it was probably around 5.
Yeah, 500 each.
Sounds good. So, for one with the suppressor, add an extra 200 for stuff.
Aren't suppressors like useless?
No.
They decrease. Well, okay. In real life, they decrease it by about 30 decibels, but
They're still loud as fuck though.
it is inside an enclosed area, especially. But
It's not like in the movies. It's nowhere near.
no, it's not even
No.
close to the movies. No, unless you get subsonic ammunition, then you can really. But
Yes.
it also lowers your punching power.
Well, the whole point is up close and quiet.
Mm-hmm. The quietest pistol you can get is a 22 with subsonic ammunition, but the reason that those in real life, those are used by hitmen, and they'll try to get it in here because then it goes into the brain, and the bolt's not powerful enough to go through the brain, so it just bounces.
Swiss Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
No, just a couple basic, 1911s, and just suppressor on one. Just keep it simple,
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So large pistols, got it. So yeah, you're looking.
So it's been about 1,500 to get a couple of guns and some fixins.
Yeah, for your consigliere, if you're going with that kind of role where people won't even have to ask what he does, because as a spy, your thing is to make them make the assumptions you want them to. The heavy pistols do D10, Ralph.
Okay.
But the consigliere, he would either not carry that, or
Not.
maybe if he's really paranoid, a D8 gun, but probably not even that, because honestly, even though he's one of the more dangerous fighters you got in your group, he just seems nervous, and so
he's a sleeper.
I need to be dangerous there.
Yeah.
We get him that anti-shade with like some of the papers kind of sticking out, and so when he pulls one thing out, like the clipboard, like pulls a bunch of other papers that fall out,
Just maybe like a dagger or something.
Yeah. You should do that. You should start developing that habit of like blotting your forehead all the time, for partial cover. Yeah.
Oh, what's really scary is he's like one of the better swordsmen, but from the way he rolls, you wouldn't know it.
Mm-hmm. We believe it. We believe in him.
No, it's just his dice fucking hate him. I'll be right back. I have to go to.
No way.
Yeah.
See, didn't that pattern or didn't that all kind of play out like I said, Raslin?
The walking the pattern?
No. The plan. I'm sorry. The plan. Bodyguard, consigliere, the suits, the ammo, or the guns. Yep.
Makes sense.
Raslin and I did a little talking on the side here, and this was it just kind of all fell into place. And it was all Logan's idea too. Awesome.
So what's the plan after we're acclimatized?
So we're meeting we're making contacts.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a couple potential things we could try to pull off here. We'd have places to move things. We're right in a district where there's lots of art museums. There's
what you want to do, the Trump thing? Because I don't know if we'll be able to.
And since you guys would both have access to this, give me the look. Say, I give Swade the look. That means to stay put. Give me the nod if you want me to engage combat. Okay? So he's supposedly he's the boss man, right? And Freddy's the consigliere. So, and I'm just the bodyguard. I'm the dumb brick. Does that make sense?
What am I supposed to do?
So nod if I need you to pummel somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So I'm just your assistant. All right. Cool.
Well, we'll see. Just depends
how the dice go.
What we want to do here.
Another little question is, I'm assuming you're going to get him a briefcase, so I'll include that in the money. But what will be in the briefcase specifically? A phone book or something else?
In my papers, my business papers.
What kind of business papers are we talking about here?
Can we go to Kinko's and fabricate?
Yeah, you can go to Kinko's and get various forms, but I didn't know if you guys had any clever ideas because
what I'll do
if you
is
go into certain places, his shit's getting searched, and if he's got a gun or a knife or something in there, then that.
not putting anything, but what I'll do is I'll print off some information on stocks. I'll print off information on different banks, information on different commercial real estate deals that are on the market, and I'll have them divided into folders that show like different deals that I'm pondering right now. So I'm shopping for different asset categories. That'll be what's in there, but no weapons. It'll be pens and pencils and shit like that. Maybe a calculator, just.
They completely strip you of anything that's stabbable there, Freddie.
That's fine.
Where are we at right now?
I don't have anything, so.
Kinko's.
Besides the
Well,
pen.
not stripping us. I mean, in general. All right.
Boy, security's got pretty tight around here.
Yeah. Okay.
You fought extra for a ball scrub, love.
Because this is the first group that I shall say is doing their roles right as far as like getting into something where they have an actual plan and are willing to spend the coin and whatnot to get the correct disguises and actually create characters for their cells and stuff. Everybody just take a refill.
All right.
And then we shall do an example bar.
Took you 5 seasons to get to this point, huh, Logan?
Yeah. Yeah, usually the players would be like, I'm sure that Sears sells suits on the rack. We go to the high-end bar. People stare at you like you're...
Who played Insta-Hero?
I played an Insta-Hero.
I'll do the limited retrieve on that. I think I can, can't I?
Read the limited retrieve.
No, no.
Oh. Nope. Wah, wah. All right. I'll hang on to that just in case. I am good to go. I actually got pretty good cards.
Hold on, let me do mine. Why is this a mess? Why?
Well, I'm in the process of helping you clean it up.
Oh, okay.
They're fighting over the cards. Mine to throw away. Mine. I am the cleanest.
Now, Ralph, in the rest of the players' defense, I would like to say I am the master of fucking distraction.
I know. And to give you credit, Jason and I have gotten a lot closer in our friendships and starting to play with you because, we talk once a week or so. I actually, Logan, I rolled my Logan lore roll, and I had this plan laid out already, but you were the one who came up with it. Ask Jason. I said we need to have a boss, consigliere, the strongman, the suits, and it was your idea, Logan. That was awesome. Yeah. I even told Jason that we have to make Logan think it's his idea.
That's horrible.
Oh, wait. No,
well, as a GM, you can tell that your players are entertained when they start getting on and making groups and talking when they're not in game.
Oh, yeah.
That's when you know you're doing just fine.
Yep.
Yeah, I have no useful cards.
Okay, so
what was that? About your cards?
Oh, I have nothing useful. Oh,
okay, good.
During our 2 weeks, since I just drew this card, I'm going to try and help poor Rad through his difficult time as being a black man.
Well, you see, it all started with slavery, mate. I can see my descendants.
That's why you wanted to come to Chicago.
Chained. It's horrible.
Tell me how that makes you feel.
Makes me want to climb in a dunny and swim around.
All right, Logan. I know that we've been getting ready and prepping for this.
All right, so
I would have wanted to spend a little bit of time, maybe while we're still waiting for our suits to get tailored or whatnot. I wanted to watch and scope out the clubs that we're going into. Like, where do the drivers go? Where do the guards stand? Where do...
Give me a, well, without going in, you mean?
Yes, correct.
Give me a surveillance roll. That's exactly the kind of
something that you want us to try to support for out trying to...
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, I made my psychoanalysis. on you, Jay. So
During this 2 weeks, he now what's your current Sandy, Jay?
Let's see. I'll tell you in half a second. It is at 44.
Now, good news, bad news. The good news is that he resets the 40. So essentially, until your Sandy goes and hits at or below 40 again, you're okay. You don't have to act crazy. Bad news is you're 4 points away from going back to acting crazy.
You know what? You're right, Freddie. It's a good point. I'm not actually black, but I do feel more woke now. Thank you. Good talk. Good talk.
So yeah, Jay, I would definitely recommend working on your first insanity or two, as far as develop some quirks. You know
how wrestling spends. He compliments people a lot. What if he has to spend the first round of combat complimenting the villain? Or that might not be a set. There might be sessions where combat doesn't come up, so it's not debilitating enough.
Let's compliment everyone all the time.
Well, no, because that's a good thing, actually, in real life. What I would recommend is don't come up with it now. Give it some thought in between games. Talk to other people on the boards. Ask what kind of stuff that they've used for successful insandies. Get some ideas, stuff like that. That's what I recommend.
Okay.
Hopefully you won't lose too much Sandy going into bars and having a casual drink with people. At $2,000, you're occasionally buying somebody a drink. You're not going crazy at that level. But how much money do you have left at this point?
I'll tell you. Still got
$48. What? Just enough to get back.
We got about 17,500 left.
Oh yeah, you're fine.
Mark off that 500 because that's going to go in my pocket.
Okay. Here, let me give you some as well, Freddie.
Oh, okay.
So you got some cash on you, petty cash.
Yeah, and give you 500. He gives you 40. There you go, Freddie.
Give you 500.
And remember, get cards, get business cards. That was the thing. Remember, business cards.
We'll get some nice business cards.
Even your contacts.
You know what else I was thinking of, Freddie? This might be where you can help us out. Can you? I was thinking of setting up an alternate identity of someone from Australia, and you put up some kind of website that'll help back up a story.
Oh, great website. No problem. I can do that.
And do your trick. So if someone actually Googles the name, I'll show up, in the first couple pages of results.
Right. Manipulate the search engine. Got it.
The name for that person will be.
Well, I'll give you Wrestling Rad because you're not going to remember any other name.
Well, I'm going to pick one name, and it's going to be my alternate identity in each zone. I'm working on an ID in Beacon right now, and we'll work on one here. I want you to set up a profile for someone named Hugh Jackman. And
hold on. The problem you're going to have is you'll be like, "Hello, I'm Hugh Jackman," and the RPCs that were with you will look at you and go, "What's that wrestling?" And you'll be like,
"Who's wrestling? Oh, I'm Hugh Jackman."
Yeah, don't break your fucking cover so fast your head will spin. I guarantee it.
I mean, we won't because we know. But
right, but you're always with other people, and you know that somebody will fuck it up soon.
Just do it, Freddie.
Okay. You sure you want Hugh Jackman? Because you might be competing with the other Hugh Jackman.
There's another Hugh Jackman?
Well, it should be.
I'm sure there's a lot of Hugh Jackmans, but or how about this? Find a wealthy billionaire / bureaucrat type who recently sold his company. Someone that's not too much older than me. You don't need to set up a website for him, but maybe use your computer technology to identify an Australian billionaire, maybe someone who's had some government positions, who's recently sold a company.
And then what do you want me to do with that?
Give me a spy lore.
Just identify that person. Okay, you want a spy lore for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and yeah, when you're going to make your business cards and stuff, you're thinking that if you are one of those, because
that's not for the business cards.
no, with your spy lore and stuff, you're thinking that the closer you can keep, like if I was undercover, I'd be Logan, whatever, Logan Brown, Logan, whatever, because if somebody says wrestling, you automatically whereas they wouldn't if they say Hugh. The way you can pick your name out when somebody says it in the crowd, even if they're not talking to you. I don't know what that's called in real life, but there's some sort of weird perception thing that happens there. But also, the more shadowy you can keep it, that may even titillate people if they're trying to dive deep, because there are plenty of shadowy millionaires and stuff. If you get into billionaires, then it might be a lot harder. But if you're a shadowy multimillionaire, because there's a lot of those who are extremely private, that may titillate them. And if they go digging and stuff, they may find a different Australian who never allows his picture to be taken type thing,
Yeah, I get all that. So it's kind of burying the lead, but because it would make more sense if you knew where I was going with it. All right, so let's just avoid that for now.
All right.
So, but the business cards and stuff like that, I'm doing it in my name.
Okay, I see. You're going to make a wrestling rat into a fake name. Got it. Okay, so you're getting business cards with wrestling rad. Are they going to have a phone number, or are they just kind of calling cards?
Well, that's the thing. Let's see. What kind of cell phone technology we have right now? We got regular cell phones and stuff.
We were still using digital flip phones back then.
You might be able to get the Matrix ones where it goes. Yeah, so let's do that. Let's set up. Get a cell phone, get a number, or get a private mailbox.
Okay. Yeah, you get all that shit set up. We'll just incorporate that into the money.
As part of the acclimatizing too is just setting up accounts and all that shit.
I'll tell you what. Give me a business roll to get all that stuff set up. And make it hum.
So how do I send a message to the GM again? I'm not
W for whisper.
Yeah.
/ whisper, and then space.
/W space GM. And then
don't send me a book though.
You don't need to worry about that.
Start copying and pasting pages out of a book.
Let's see, did that work?
The Bible.
Yeah, sure.
What am I doing here?
No 007 in there.
Damn. No worries. Yeah, your phone number gets put. I was just curious, like not what the exact phone number was, but what phone number. But if he's getting like a shell, basically, he's going to be making if he makes his business role, he's going to be making a whole shell company that's legal. It's going to be
fine.
Like
that'll just be my extension then. Here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, okay.
So, let's see how that.
Do you want a skill 5 for this?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Like, what exactly is included in this role? Is this including setting up offshore corporation so I can filter money and things like that?
Yeah, you're going to set up a Bahamian bank account. Well, actually, for Bahamian bank accounts, I did some research on this because I wanted one, and I discovered that you actually have to pay them like $1,000 a month or something outrageous like that in order to keep it. But for this, you're basically going to be setting up a shell corporation. You're going to try to make it look like you have a business, but it's all on paper. So if they're trying to follow it, then blah, 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 blah. You see what I mean? Oh, that's clever. So
and you can wire money to these accounts and they won't be able to find out who owns them.
You're going to need, in order to get accounts and stuff set up, you're going to need IDs. And to get IDs, you're going to have to probably make some streetwise, because everything is relying on that.
So all this is part of the process. I want you to just tell me what order you want things to happen in.
Okay, first you get climatized, and we'll do the meet and greet in a second. So give me now you're full on your streetwise. I need streetwise. How many people are you going to try to get IDs for? Just you or all of you guys? And also, how good of IDs do you want? For like a very basic ID that may or may not hold up, you're looking at probably $1,000. For a few grand, then you're getting a much better ID. Like $5,000, you'll get one that should hold up.
Well, we definitely got to get one that'll hold up for me.
Yeah, okay.
If I'm going to be the one that's interfacing with all this.
Cheaper ID for them?
Yeah, I guess we can do that. If they got to flash an ID, fine. But,
yeah. All right. So you're essentially putting $7,000 on the line versus your Streetwise roll. If you fail the Streetwise roll, you're out to $7,000. You got subpar IDs out of it, or you can take on angry mobsters and maybe kill them. I don't know. But yeah, that's essentially the gamble with the Streetwise.
Okay.
Good luck. We're all counting on you. Whatever you do, even though Freddy's a master at it, you know he's going to fucking fumble and just drag you down with -10.
All right, made it.
Oh, all right. Yeah, you spent $7,000. Your ID is pretty fucking solid. The one thing you're going to have to, with all IDs, the thing that they never tell you in movies and shit is you need to you can't backdate it very well. So it looks like you kind of sprang into existence about now. And so you're going to want to get like magazine subscriptions and have bills and stuff that come to the ID. Basically, detritus that normal people have in their lives. You see what I mean? Like if it's today, you'd have like Facebook, Instagram, blah, 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 because that shows you really exist. So you're going to have to begin to do that. They call it the care and feeding of the ID. For those guys' IDs, you don't want that shit. But for your ID, you're going to begin accumulating shit that I'm not going to make you role play out. It's a huge pain in the ass. But you've got IDs. Next, you're going to want to set up accounts. This will be the business role. Basically, you're going to make a shell corporation. You've got some bank accounts. I don't think you can afford to have a bank account that costs you $1,000 or $2,000 a month just to fucking maintain. But if you ever get into the I have a few $1 million thing, you'll want one of those. But right now, you're getting some more.
Yeah, once there's some serious money in there, yeah, I'm willing to pay extra to keep people quiet. You got to pay for confidentiality. All right, so business role you want next, eh?
This is setting up the big shell game.
Right, right. Any more plus cards you guys want to use?
1 second here.
Unless you want me to assist, I'm nothing else. And no, I'm not good at it.
All right, don't.
What is this for?
What for business? But yeah, if you got any kind of plus card
business thing ready. In fact, also if you're gonna, instead of just having a mailbox on the phone, no, they call in and it's a answering board, like it's some lady that gets paid. I mean, she gets paid by a lot of people and stuff.
Right, right.
You hiring her.
It's a nice touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have anything good to help you.
Okay.
You kind of gotta get swayed away from garbage cans now and then. He seems to be rooting around. I need more garbage in my life. Yeah, I hear you, Sway.
All
right, you've got a rock solid shell corporation. What is the general purpose of it? Like import export, automotive works. What kind of general thing do you want your company to be?
Well, I suppose
kind of pick something.
Finance.
Finance, great, no problem. You do you have any acting skill, by the way?
Yeah, I've got some acting skill.
Good, that'll help you look more soulless, like most of the people in finance. A little bit more sociopathic, if you want.
All right, I make my best sociopathic look. Slick my hair back.
Nice.
God damn. Yeah, he looks like a pariah. Like now, Swade, give me your...
Ready to pollute a river.
All right. What do you want now?
I would like Swade. You're spending some time while Freddie is going, the buildings are after me, and you're out wandering around. And sorry, I'm just having fun with Freddie. Swade, give me your surveillance role. Did you want Freddie's help with this or no?
I already made it earlier. Yep.
Oh, how'd it go?
So it was a success, and he supported me on top of it. So
yes,
good.
Okay. So you guys did work. No problem. Yeah, you found some good. Oh, give me a streetwise roll, Swade, for something else here. Freddie can support if you want him to. If you don't, then you can cover his mouth and carry him away.
No, I'm supporting. There you are. How about this one?
See, he is good at shit. He just, usually the dice hate him.
Ah,
Damn it.
Right.
I'll spend a point for fun. I blew
was
enough
gonna
of
say,
them.
Swade's like going over to the mafia bar, going, "Yeah, fuck the mafia," right? And they're like,
There we go.
"All right, no problem." You while you're out doing while he's sitting around doing accounting shit and setting up a business and all that, you're out scoping bars, and you're like, these three here look like good finance people hang out here bars. We found one near their version of Wall Street here and stuff. So you found those you're in a good position to make financial contacts, which seems to be what he might go for.
All right.
Nice.
Right. So, yeah, the big thing
did you still want that website or not?
not yet.
Because I'm just worried. What happens if someone just decides to look your name up online and nothing shows up?
Yeah.
Is
What?
that good or bad?
Actually, you could make it so that they can find references to him, like he was involved in deals and stuff. But you are going to need two things to make that happen, Freddie. First, you need to buy a fucking computer because you don't
I have one. I went to Hong Kong earlier and I bought.
It blew up. Remember? We talked.
No, I went earlier when I was in the other session. I bought a laptop.
Oh, all right. Well, so you have a Hong Kong laptop. Got it.
It's a very good laptop for this era.
Yeah, you're sitting there going, how am I going to make it work in this piece of shit place? No problem.
Yeah, if you just kind of seed a few articles out there that involved with some kind of high volume windfall transaction.
Now, plus, you can also do something else. If you want to do something more risky, Freddie, you can try to make it look like old articles of them. So basically, if you want to do something harder with your hacking, you can try to make it look like he didn't just spring into life recently. He's been around for a while. You're going to give him some.
That's kind of the idea.
Well,
wait, okay. Do you want to be like a up and coming kind of dude who just started, or do you want to have?
Let's keep it more along the lines of the whole shadowy millionaire, multi-millionaire that's been involved with a big transaction. So not a whole lot.
So it just popped up recently.
Now, so you just popped up recently, much easier. But if you want to make it so that if somebody goes, I'm not sure if your ID is right. Oh, I found this link from 10 years ago. He's been around for fucking ever.
Well, just say he's extra careful with it.
Yeah, I'm just telling you what the cops are thinking, not what you can bullshit them.
Well, it's up to you. Do you want me to try and
it'll
more
be significantly more difficult, but it will really backstop the shit out of that ID, as they say in the spy world.
So
the option's either easy stuff or hard stuff. Hard stuff means your ID has been backstopped. That means people doing deep research into it will find some stuff. It can be shadowy stuff, but it's like, he's been around, as opposed to he sprung from the earth fully formed about here.